20 to 1 this morning into 11 to 1. Fiddler on the Roof is 11 to 1. 𝙀𝙀𝙃 𝙂𝙍 12 to 1. Freewheel and Dillon, the Irish Grand National winner, was 66 this morning into 40s. Commodore is 20 to 1. Borough Saint 22 to 1. And Schoolboy Hours is 25 to 1. If you fancy Eclair Surf is 12 to 1. Vanilla Times any second now. The JP, two of JP's 5 runners in the National, 8 to 1 each of 2. JP is 3 to 1 to win the National. Ireland 21 runners, 6 to 4 on to win the National. You still have time to pick the winner. The Aintree Grand National. The countdown is on. White flag up. 5:15 for the National.
Right, we'll see the horses very shortly in the saddling boxes with Luke. Before that, let's go round the track. Mick Fitzgerald.
Oh, look, this is the start of the Grand National. This is an easy fence, but it's the speed and it's the build-up that catches a few horses out. And then the second fence is a nothing fence, but it's the fence that I will remember forever, end of my career. First big test is a big ditch here, and the fourth fence is a nice fence. But Ruby Walsh,
if you're getting this far, you're going to 5, you're riding up 6, which is Beecher's Brook. You're going to keep left nowadays, the drop isn't too big, and it sets you up for Foinavon, AP.
Yeah, one of the smallest fences in the track, but in 1967 there was a pile up here. Foinavon managed to sneak through and go on to win. Then to the canal turn, a lot of the jockeys will head out to the right. They'll be wanting to jump it right into the left hand corner, the shortest way possible, and then on to Valentine's.
Valentine's is again a big test for some of these horses, but once you get over Valentine's you can enjoy this stretch of the course. These fences are really well presented, but you know what's coming.
Yeah, 11 is a ditch. It'll be 4 out in the second circuit, the last big test. Then comes 12, which will be the third last on the second circuit. Second time round you'll be thinking, ooh, can I win the Grand National? First time you'll be looking for a breeder, AP.
Yeah, and these are the second last and the last fence with a circuit to go. But at this stage you'll be looking up into the stands thinking, yeah, the dream is still alive. You head on down towards the chair though, and you soon realise it's a pretty big fence. You want a little bit of light and a little bit of room. Hope that you get to the other side of it before you head down to the water jump.
Yeah, the water jump is the smallest fence on the course, and it's time to take a deep breath. Fill your horse's lungs up, ready for that run to the line.
Well, this is the final fence. If you can land over here in front, this is what you will see. You know the elbow is over there to the right, but you can't see it till you get up close to the chair. But if you can get to that elbow in front in the Grand National, your heart will start to pound, because the biggest success in national hunt racing is coming to you, AP.
Yeah, it's the winning post, but it's not just any winning post. It's the Grand National winning post, a winning post that many just dream about.
And a winning post that makes legends in this sport. Tension building on this side. What's it like round the other side, Luke?
I'm down by the saddling boxes, Ed, and this is one of the favourites. That's Fiddler on the Roof. There's Joe Tizard, of course, rode in the race himself, and Colin Tizard. It's unbelievable, how close we can get to us. Look at them all just coming past us. There's Borough Saint, 𝙀𝙀𝙃 𝙂𝙍. Here's Polly Gundry looking really nervous. She's got Santini a little bit later on. Kildesart coming past me. Augusta Gold. There's Philip Hobbs, who's been placed in the race. There's the John Joe and Neil team, who have got cloth cap later on. And just coming down here now, Topville Ben is ridden by Tommy Dowson. This is Tommy's mother. How are you feeling?
Very nervous.
Are you really?
And excited.
Because he's got a chance, hasn't he?
Let's hope so.
Good, I really do. Good luck anyway. Good luck everybody. So there we go.
Who are you cheering on at home then? Good luck everyone. Game faces are on. This is Grand National Day, and there is no other sporting occasion like it. everyone, to the day the nation goes racing. It's great to have you on board for an event that means so much to the city of Liverpool, and I'm sure lots of you watching at home. And with what's going on in the world, sport is a glorious irrelevance. And we could all do with a feel-good story right now. Will the Grand National deliver this afternoon? So many of you cheering on the mum in the field, the mum to Red Panda, Snow Leopardess. Here she is. Can she do it? A big day for mums this. We heard from Tommy Dowson's. Juliet Pauling's got a son and a son-in-law with runners. Back to Luke.
Absolutely fantastic to be down here. Just as the horses come past us, there's Class Conti. Look, we'll just go over here. This is Santini being saddled. Ed Walker, of course, Polly Gundry's first run in the race. Look at this horse's head. Look at him. He's the most magnificent looking horse. He's not the fastest, but of course, don't forget, this is the horse who's been placed in the Gold Cup. I'm just going to quick word with this young lady. Are you nervous, madam?
Yeah, I am.
He's behaving really well.
He is.
Good luck, Polly.
Thank you very much.
There we go. He looks absolutely magnificent. Here's Ed. You can see, look, got that non-slip pad on. Then they've got the weight cloth on top. And then they'll put the number and then the saddle on. Good luck, team.
Everybody has an opinion on the National, the People's Race. What are you backing?
Snow Leopardess.
Snow Leopardess.
Annabelle Fly.
Logos Poet. Death Duty. Ladies, what are you backing?
Melody
Time for Rachel.
Schoolboy Hours.
Schoolboy Hours for JP McManus.
Any second now.
Ted Walsh.
Delta Work.
Fiddler on the Roof for the Tizzards.
Snow Leopardess.
What's your selection in the National? You still have time.
And a lot of people at home will be going with Class. Delta Work. When you simplify it, Mick, is he the best horse in the race?
Yes, he is. He won the cross-country race at the Cheltenham Festival, which is a race that he beat the Mighty Tiger Roll. Mighty Tiger Roll won the cross-country, came here and won the Grand National. His last 15 runs prior to running in the cross-country were in Grade 1 races. That'll tell you how good he is.
Although the handicapper would say that Manila Times is the better horse, who carries £1 more than Delta Work, last year's winner. Can he do it again?
Look, he's only the price he is because of Rachel Blackmore. He obviously won last year. It was brilliant that he won last year, but you know, he's £15 higher. He hasn't been as good in a form as he did a heavy fall in Punchline. He hasn't been as good a form this year as he was coming into last year's race. Look, I think he should be 25-1 if I'm being really honest. I think he'd be the fourth choice of the McManus horses that I'd ride.
There are nervous owners everywhere. Matt.
Lots of horses freewheel in the Grand National. This is Sheila Mangan, who's got Freewheeling Dylan already a national winner.
National winner, 2 nationals up, Midlands, Irish, and we're going for 3 in a row now.
Going for the real thing now,
we're going
Sheila.
for the real thing.
How hopeful are you?
I think it's a great chance.
Well, you got the scars. We wish you well. We're going to bomb over here. Rich Ritchie's here. He's got Burrows Saint, who was 4th last year. Rich, you're live on ITV.
Sorry, hello. Yeah.
Sum up your chance today with Burrows.
Golly.
Fairly quickly, Rich.
Sorry, I'll be very quick. He was 4th last year. He did well. We've had his win done since he ran last year. We'll see what happens. I was disappointing at Ferry House, but we trained him differently. In the Hedgehunter Manter, we're hoping for the best.
The only man on track who's jealous of my suit.
Bang on.
Both different. And there's the famous course, the canal turn, bottom right there. We saw the guys whizzing around that. Look how sharp that is. That left-hand turn, and then you head back over Valentine's to home. And it's a race that's simply a national treasure. Get ready with the jockeys for unscripted, unpredictable, captivating drama only this unique event can produce. These guys in the Grand National is just moments away. Rachel Blackmore. Down to Alice.
Well, welcome to this paddock. 40 horses about to come in, and we're going to start here with Topville Ben, number 22. Look at him, he's got that beautiful brow band on, and Topville Ben, Tom Dawson riding for Philip Kirby, having his first runner in the race. Here's number 20, 𝙀𝙀𝙂𝙃, trained by Ben Pauling, who's actually the brother-in-law of Charlie Longson, who trains the Great Snow Leopardess. And 𝙀𝙀𝙂𝙃, a lot of people's fancies. He's in the double green, and you can see he's got the cheek pieces on there just to get him to focus. Here's number 19. This is 𝙀𝙀𝙂𝙃 Counter. Such a great name for the ownership. Making Bacon Partnership. Such a great name. Emma Lavelle, who's only had one runner in this race before, the great female trainer. She's got two in here today. And here's number 32, Augusta Gold. Augusta Gold, who Danny Mullins, who's come back in October from a broken neck, has been working so hard to build the muscle up and get back fit. He's been riding out of his skin. He plundered the King George. Can he add a Grand National for his Uncle Willie?
Quick word with Brian Cooper. Coops, what chance of winning the Grand National today?
It'd be great. Ran well last year, so we're looking forward to him again.
Jumping the fences seems no problem.
Hopefully not. I hope you're right.
Well, you're ready. Let's go back to Alice.
Another one for Willie Mullins here. This is number 27, Class Conti. Another one in the two-tone. And Sam Twiston-Davies takes the ride. You might recognise the name because, of course, his dad, Nigel, has had two winners of this great race. Here's Santini. Doesn't he look a picture? Polly Gundry won the Fox Hunters as a jockey over these big fences, and she's done a brilliant job with this Santini. Second in a Gold Cup. He looks fitter than he did at Cheltenham, and he could just run a big race.
Here we got the double green of Munir and Suede. Let's go through the three jockeys. Darryl, sum up your chance in a word or two.
I think he's got a great chance.
Sam?
Hopefully have some fun, do our best.
Good jumper?
Yeah, good jumper.
And the Bowen?
He'll win.
We wish you well. Good luck.
Shawnee Curran has Domaine de Lille. They had a very tense wait to get this horse in. He's big and scopy, isn't he? Should cope well with these fences. He jumped round really well in the Beecher. Here's number 34. 34. And this is 𝙀𝙀𝙂𝙃, 34, and he is in the famous colours of the great late Trevor Hemmings, who's won this race 3 times. What an amazingly emotional one that would be for Philip Hobbs, who's managed to finish second in this before. Here's Freewheeling Dylan, number 26, 150 to 1 winner of the Irish Grand National. So don't be put off him. He's got that staying stamina that you need for a Grand National. Here's number 30. This is Cloth Cap. You'll remember him because last year he was favourite for the race. Another one in those colours of the late, great Trevor Hemmings. Tom Scudamore takes the ride. His granddad won this race on Oxo back in 1956. His dad, Peter Scudamore, multiple champion jockey, never managed to win it. Tom, good luck. Number 24. Here he is. This is Annabelle Fly. What an extraordinary horse this is. It's his 4th run in the race in the great colours of the of JP McManus. Here's number 7, another one for that champion Willie Mullins. Brahma Bull, second in a Kerry National. He won it in 2005 with Hedge Hunter. He's got Brian Hayes, who's having his 2nd ride in the race.
Could Sam Whaley-Cohen retire by winning the Grand National on Ivor Yates? Sam, sum up your chance.
Well, look, it was a boyhood dream to ride in this race, so it'll be a nice fairy tale to end it with a win. Look, you need luck, you've got to be in it to win it, and here we are.
In the great colours of Long Run, who won a Cheltenham Gold Cup, Sam Whaley-Cohen, what a way to bow out with a national win.
Well, if you follow Davy Russell because you love the great Tiger Roll, this is his ride. Run Wild Fred, second in an Irish National, and Alex Hutter leading up today, who's the secretary for the great Gordon Elliott team, and she is besotted with this horse. She flies anywhere. Forget typing up the invoices. Here she is leading up. Here's number 11, and this is Fiddler on the Roof. I know a lot of people really fancy this lad. He's trained by the great Colin Tizard, who retires at the end of this season. He has a lot of seconds by his name, but don't worry about that because that's really good form. He's in the same ownership as the great Lost in Translation that we'll see later on in the Minion colours. Here's number 6, Lost in Translation. That's the other one in the same ownership. He's a beast, isn't he? He's a horse that's actually run really well in a Gold Cup. He's lost his form, but if he regains any of it, he stands out here in the paddock. And it's such an emotive story, this, for the Taylor family who lost their son. His favourite movie was the Minions movie, and that's why their colours are that bright yellow and blue. Here's Discorama, number 21. he's a horse that we've seen here in the race a few times. He's quite small, isn't he? He's a little horse, Discorama. But Andrew Gemmell, who a lot of you would have followed, great fan of sport. His colours are the colours of his beloved West Ham. And Andrew, who was born with no sight, but passionate about his racing. And this lad has given him some great days.
Remember this man won the Grand National with number 6 Valverde. It is Martin Brazel. Martin, Longhouse Poet, seems to really love going a distance.
Yeah, well, sure, he hasn't gone any further than 3 miles, but he seemed to do that well anyway. So
he's gone better at that distance than shorter.
He has, yeah. But he won his point of point, so he always looked at a stamina type horse.
Hopeful?
Very hopeful.
Let's go back to Alice.
Here's Borough Saint, another one for the great Willie Mullins. If you backed him last year, you were feeling pretty confident. Do you remember he was absolutely cantering under the great Patrick Mullins? This year he's the selection of Paul Townend. He's a 2019 Irish Grand National winner. Will he stay the trip this year? That was his weakness last year. This is number 19. Here we go. It's Darasha Cantor. We've chatted about him already, but here's Good Boy Bobby, number 16. Now, that red hood that you see on there will come off before the start. They're just trying to keep him calm in the preliminaries, Good Boy Bobby. The team, the Simon Monier team in the double green, they've got 3 runners today, and Nigel Twiston-Davis knows how to win this race. He's won it twice before. Topville Ben, we've already had a word about him. Here she is, Snow Leopardess. Take a good look at her. She's taking the preliminaries really well. Come on, Sandy. She looks fantastic. She's the most beautiful mare, isn't she? Big and strong, and we talk about her looking like a gelding. She's had a baby. She's come back from that better than ever. She's 3 from 3 so far this season. Come on, Snow Leopardess, give us the dream.
Well, Ruby said to me, whatever you do, don't try and speak to Dad before the race. Ted, sum up your chance, because you were desperately unlucky last year.
Obviously you weren't listening to Ruby.
You were unlucky last year, though.
I was lucky to be here. We're all lucky to be alive. Because now I think we stuck out in a war somewhere. I'm delighted to be here, and I think the horse is in good nick, and I hope he gives Mark a good ride, and if he has as good a spin off him as he did last year with maybe a little bit more luck, he should be there or thereabouts.
We wish you all the best, Ted. Good luck.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Here he is, Ollie, 2 for gold. He's such a light-framed horse, and he's surprised so many people with a brilliant form. You've got to go winner. It was Mr. Frisk with the wonderful amateur Marcus Armitage, who you probably enjoy reading in the Daily Telegraph. They've put the hood on. Again, it's a red hood. Remember, that will come off. We've seen Kildesart. Here, let's have a look at Coco Booch. Here, number 18, Damo. What a lovely horse he is. Standout grey. Carly Scott leading up. His dad never got round, John Joe O'Neill Jr. He's just a young jockey, but he is the rising star of the weighing room. He's a gorgeous big grey horse, isn't he? And one of 7 for Gordon Elliott. Here's another one for Gordon Elliott, Death Duty, and the colours of the great Tiger Roll.
Not many jockeys fly themselves to the races. Sean Flanagan, you did that.
Yeah, well, we got here anyway, so it was a good start, yeah.
What do you fly?
I came over in a 2:10 today, a big upgrade for me now, but I was lucky that I was able to get borrowed off a friend.
Lovely. You ride Schoolboy Hours, who's been quietly nibbled at in the betting.
Yeah, look, he had a disappointing run in Cheltenham. His run in the Paddy Power back home at Christmas time was very good. Sure, if he takes the defences and we get a clear run, he could run a big race.
Wish you all the best, Sean. Good luck.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Well, this lad snuck in. They decided not to run him in the Scottish National and wait and hope. And literally, at the last hour, he did. It's Fortescue, number 40, right down the bottom for the Nixon family who bred and owned him. He beat Fiddler on the Roof in his latest run. Henry Daly, his trainer. Here is number 25. And this is Dingo Dollar. He finished second in a Scottish Grand National. And Scotland have had a pretty good record in the race recently. Ryan Marnier takes the ride, who won this great race on Aurora's Encore. And it meant so much to him that he called his daughter Aurora. He then left the sport for a few years, disappeared off, but he missed it so much he's back. And here he's back at the scene of his greatest ever triumph. Let's have a look at number 32, Augusta Gold. Danny Mullins, we've chatted about him already. So Matt, back to you.
Quickly pop over here, because this is Hugh Nugent, who rides Fortescue, who just slipped into the race. Hugh, you must have a squeak.
Yeah, hopefully. We know, but there's no doubts about him staying. Touch wood, he jumps well, so yeah, hopefully.
We wish you all the best. Good luck.
Thank you.
here's the returning champ. What a beautiful individual, Minella Times. Can Rachel Blackmore do that extraordinary thing and win back-to-back Grand Nationals? We were so selfish here last year and we enjoyed it without all these wonderful crowds who are here today. He'll get some roar if he can do it. He's got a mountain to climb, but she's the first jockey since 1930 to hold the Great Grand National, the Gold Cup and the Champion Hurdle. She's putting everything before her. Who says she can't break another record?
Well, we've got these amazing colours of Trevor Hemmings. Tom, Cloth Cap was once favourite for this race. The ground has come right for him.
Yeah, we're all very happy with him, but now's the time for the talking to stop, isn't it? We've got to get on with it.
Certainly they're the right colours for winning the National.
They are. Trevor was a fantastic supporter of jump racing, and it would be very fitting for everything that he did for all of us.
And trained by a little hero of the game. Look at him, there he is. John Joe O'Neill, Grand National hero. Good luck.
Thank you, Matt.
Well, news is that Snow Leopardess has left the paddock early with Aidan Coleman on board just to keep her calm. They've left the paddock early and gone to post. Here's Sam Crow, horse number 14. He's class, this horse. He's a Grade 1 winner, but they've had so many problems with him. But they've nursed him back. He's had all sorts of sinus issues. Tell you what, if he's good, if he's right on his day, he is a machine. And Sean Bowen won over the big fences yesterday for his mum and dad. If you were with us, he was crying in the post-race interview. He'll be bawling if he wins this.
Polly Gundry, the trainer of Santini, placed in a Gold Cup. You bring the class in, Polly. What chance?
If he takes to the fences and he enjoys it and he gets into a nice rhythm, I think a great chance. But we will see if he enjoys the fences.
How nervous are you?
I'm quite good now because I've still got something to do. I've got to remember how to not trip over whilst I leg Nick's go filled up. But apart from that, I'll probably get very nervous when they jump off.
I tend to calm people down anyway. We wish you well. Santini.
Here's Longhouse Poet, and a lot of the team put this horse in there for the first four that they predicted. He's taken the same footsteps to this great race as Martin Brazil's last winner, and I think he's got a great chance, mainly because his trainer is so wily. We're just getting in a bit of a squidge here. Hang on a minute, Santini, sorry to hold you up. Good boy Bobby we've had a chat about. Let's have a look at number 19. Oh, we've had the Darasha Canter already, lads. We've spoken to you about Lost in Translation. Let's have a look at Enjoy Dallin. You want to see this lad? A lot of you have backed him. Now he's trained by Kieran Murphy. He's only in his second season training. He's actually only ever trained 6 winners in his career, but he's a genius. He was the pre-trainer of 2 former Grand National winners in Rule the World and Tiger Roll because he worked in the jigging stand setup. He's a qualified carpenter. He built a Grand National fence at home to practice for this lad. He thinks he's so good, he told JP McManus, who bought him for this very small yard.
Yes, here on the Sunderland board, and he's second now for Ted Walsh, and he won it in 2000. Papillon was sent off favourite 8-1, 10-1 Manila Times, Delta Work 10-1, Davy Russell and Run Wild Fred, very popular, 10-1 from 20-1 this morning. Snow Leopardess 10-1, Longhouse Post trimmed into 12-1, Clot Cap 20-1, Iscaria 10-25-1, Lost in Translation 33-1, and Discorama for County Wexford's Paul Nolan 33-1. Discorama!
Lucinda Russell knows how to win a Grand National. She's got Mighty Thunder. Can you do it again?
He loves the distance. I think he'll like the fences, and the ground's just perfect for him.
And you've come dressed for the day.
We have indeed, yes. We've got our orange and blue.
We wish you all the best. Mighty Thunder.
Thank you very much.
Even the bell gets a cheer today. Jockeys, please mount.
Horse in the race at 13 years young. Harry Skelton gets the leg up, the son of the great Nick Skelton, the show jumping gold medalist. They're leaving the paddock team.
Snow Leopardess and Two for Gold, would you believe it, coming down here together. There was a massive crowd down here, and you can see she's getting up. Look at Snow Leopardess's ears. Look at her looking. She'll come right down to this fence. She's already schooled over them. Of course, she's won over these fences. Oh, look at her. Look at her, everybody. What a gorgeous horse. Good luck, Aidan. Best of luck. And here comes Sam Whaley-Cohen, who rides Noble Yates. He's on his last ever ride. Good luck, Sam.
So all the pomp and ceremony of Grand National Day, wasn't that lovely, with Laura Wright and the Knotty Ash signing choir? Community means everything here at Aintree, and it's something they do so well. So some have gone to see the first early, others are in the parade in front of the grandstands, with the crowd here able to see these horses up close. There is number 30, Cloth Cap, Tom Scudamore, riding for John Joe O'Neill, went off 11-2 favourite last time.
In behind is Ascaria 10. Adrian Heskin rides for Gordon Elliott, one of 7 in the race for him.
What colours are you looking for? There's the former Irish Grand National winner, Free Will and Dillon on the left. On the right, number 5 is Run Wild Fred. David Russell's won this twice.
In behind them we have number 1, Manila Times, last year's winner, in the hands of Rachel Blackmore. Good deal more weight this year, but could the fairy tale come true? Could they do it again?
This would be a Lazarus story, really. Sam Crow won the Ballymore in 2018, the Marsh in 2020. Can he rediscover his form?
In next is number 10, that's Longhouse Poet, won the Thyestes Chase. Martin Brassel won the race last in 2006, and number 6, Valverde.
Santini's led up by Annabelle Dooman. Good luck to the Kelvin Hugheses. Nick Schofield riding for Polygundry.
They come thick and fast. We saw any second now there. Ted Walsh trains Ruby Walsh's father. Mark Walsh rides, no relation, however. 16 comes next. That is Good Boy Bobby for Nigel Twiston-Davis, 2-time winner of the race.
Then comes the Russia Counter, who won the 2019 Ladbrokes Trophy. Adam Wedge riding for Emma Lavelle. Good luck to the Macon-Bacon partnership.
Great opportunity for the crowd to get a good look at these horses before the race. That is Enjoy Dallin, who will be the selection of plenty of people for young rookie trainer Kieran Murphy.
33-1 chance, roughly. Disco Rama. Karen Morgan leads this horse up today. Brian Cooper we heard from. And the Nolans. Good luck to the Nolans, who aren't here today, but will be watching.
That's Scottish Grand National winner Mighty Thunder for Lucinda Russell.
I love James Bowen there in the white cap. He says, yeah, I'll win. Good luck, James. The Bowens had such a good day yesterday. He rides Kildesart for Ben Pauling, having his first runner in the race.
There aren't many greys in the race. Snow Leopardess is one of them, and that one is Cocoa Beach. John Joe O'Neill Jr. takes a ride for Gordon Elliott.
Got a glimpse of Lost in Translation from Mrs. Taylor, Burley and O'Dwyer. The name of a movie, a musical. Will it be a Grand National winner as well? For Brendan Powell, the rider. And on the 9th of April, the same day in 1988, his dad won on Rhyme and Reason.
37, that looks like Death's Duty, another one for Gordon Elliott. Jordan Gainford rides.
Are you all in on poker play in the Rockall colours? Robbie Power riding for Henry de Bromhead, who trained the winner last year.
Number 8 is Burrows Saint. That is 40, Fortescue, who just snuck into the race yesterday.
With Hugh Nugent riding for his grandfather. He's not well enough to be here today. Tim Nixon, very best of luck to you. Isn't Commodore beautiful? The grey. And Mount Ida makes up the parade. And now they're going to have a look at that first fence. Tense times, Mick.
Yeah, but you know what? As a rider, this is the time when you're most happy, because all the sitting around waiting for this moment to come is nearly there. Go down to the first, let the horse just get a feel for where you are, get back, get your girths checked, and get ready for the starter to let them go.
Yeah, the excitement, you know, the build up to the Grand National for days, in the weigh room in the morning, and just before you go out, it's the most amazing thing to be able to take part. And I always thought when I was starting it...
Hey, Pierre, going to stop you there a second. We need to get to Luke.
Runners then just having a look at this wonderful first fence. His freewheeling Dillon. There's Ascaria 10 just going away. Here comes any second now, of course, plays the race. Oh, she's a massive big horse. There's Daryl Jaker rides Good Boy Bobby, Longhouse Poet, just waiting for Rachel to come down. Oh, Brian nearly came over on top of us. Enjoy Delen then. Here come all the rest of the runners. All the jockeys like to get right up close to the fence so that the horses just know what they've got to do. Here's the rank outside of Roman de Sanam. Good luck, puppy. He rides Poker Party. Good luck, Paul. Burrows Saint looks absolutely magnificent. He really does. I don't know about the jockeys. My heart's pumping down here. There's Fortescue and Topville Ben. We spoke to Tommy Delson's mum earlier on. Good luck, Tommy. Sit tight. And there's Mount Ida, Dennis O'Regan. Look at the crowds down here. It's not just hospitality here at Aintree. It's absolutely rammed. They're all singing. The minute the bell went for the jockeys to get on board, they were going crazy. Haven't seen Rachel yet, though.
Good luck to all of them. We're hearing a late gamble for Run Wild Fred. How significant is that, Ruby?
It is significant. He has the pace to travel handy in the blue cap at Jiggletown House colours. Held a great position in last year's Irish National and the Tri-Town. He's the ideal type if he gets home, Francesca.
He sure is. 8 to 1, Brian.
Yes, Run Wild Fred for 16 to 1, 14 to 1, 12 to 1, 10 to 1. The Davy Russell factor is 8 to 1. Second favourite behind Annie. Second now at 17 to 2. The National almost upon us.
So, runners coming forward. Mount Ida was the one that was a little bit behind the others. Now, they are a little bit off the tapes. Topville Ben is trying to make up some ground, but they are on the approach, and we have fast post time, so very keen to get them underway. Packed grandstands behind, the run down to Beecher's ahead. Mount Ida continues to be the one that's slightly behind the others, and that might concern the starter at Mount Ida. About 50 yards or so, you can just see her on the left-hand side there, you can see moving forward. They're approaching the starter, and they've been asked to take a turn. So the start has, of course, provided plenty of controversy in the past. The procedures are they must not approach any faster than a trot. A moment or two still to go, I think.
They're really keen, you know, to just go one run at this and get started, because if it goes round the first time, it's really difficult to get it right the second time round.
Flag is raised here, and they're off and racing. It's a first-timer in the National. To the roars of the crowd, Longhouse Poet, one of the first to show. Burrows Saint is prominent as well. 2 for gold towards the outside with Augusta. Gold also racing towards the outside as they race towards the first. Iscaria 10 is in a prominent. That's the run down towards Beecher's as they race towards the first. Annabelle Fly not too far away with Cocoa Beach. Then towards the inside, Fiddler on the roof. They leave the ground for the first time. Here's Mark Johnson.
Over the first of the 30 fences, Enjoy Delenz on C6 rider on the outside. Mount Ida is also down. 2 have gone at the first. They go towards the second. 2 for gold upon the outside. Lands in front. 2 in second place on the inside is Cocoa Beach. They're all safely over fence number 2, and now they come up towards the first, the big open ditches. Cocoa Beach on the inside stands off with 2 for gold on the outside. Down there is Eclair Surf, and also down is Annabelle Fly. Eclair Surf and Annabelle Fly have both gone at fence number 3. Quickly on to the 4th and over to Ian Bartlett.
And one of the greys, Cocoa Beach, is out in front at the moment. Longhouse Poet, a red cap on the right. Greener Bed of 2 for gold is up there. Freewheeling Dylan and Lost in Translation, Iscaria 10, Augusta Gold. A yellow cap of Class Conti wide on the course is up there as well as they jump the next to Ronam de Senam. Then Dingo Dollars racing in company with Burrows Saint as they make their way down towards Beecher's Brook. Further back then is Topville Ben with Kildesard on the extreme outside. Fortescue is towards the back at the moment. Dsharabby is overall back marker as they take Beecher's Brook. 2 for gold and Cocoa Beach are the pair who show out in front. They've all cleared it safely. They head now towards the Foynaven fence and coming on towards it. Cloth Cap is close up now. Longhouse Boat's off to the right. Augusta Gold, Freewheeling Dylan, Lost in Translation. Ronan de Senam, Dingo Dollar behind these. Any second now, and Schoolboy Hours and Iscaria 10. And Dacia Abra is being pulled up. Further back in the field is Sam Teeny as they come over Canal Turn. 2 for gold was just the first to take it down. There's Schoolboy Hours and also Death Duty. And those are the 2 at the back of the field as we rejoin Mark.
And over the next, it was Cocoa Beach who led them over Valentine's. There are fallers at the back of the field, and it looks as though Manila Times has gone. Manila Times has gone at Valentine's. They go now on towards the next plain fence. Cocoa Beach leads 2 for gold, and then Longhouse Poet on the inside of Cloth Cap. And they're then being followed out quite wide by Lost in Translation, who races alongside Freewheeling Dylan. Then Dingo Dollar is next to the field, and then Feather on the Roof, Sam Crow right on the inside as they take another plain fence. They all go over it with at the back of the field Poker Party getting slightly detached also
Just a Goal was another one that went just after Valentine's, as Cocoa Beach leads 2 for Gold as they race towards the run towards the home straight for the first time. Towards the outside, Lost in Translation in yellow. Longhouse Poet comes next with Clock Cap, Freewheeling Dylan. Roman de Sam Crow's yellow cap. Then behind these is Fiddler on the Roof. Dingo Dollar with the white cheek pieces just ahead of Iscaria 10. Then Domain de Lille. They're being followed through by Any Second now, who's midfield on the inside of Santini. Then Topville Ben. Pulled up at the back and dismounted is Discorama before taking that fence. Discorama has been pulled up, was out in the lead. Cocoa Beach still has the advantage from in second, 2 for Gold. Towards the outside, Lost in Translation, Freewheeling Dylan in similar yellow colours as they now make their way down towards the one before the chair, and there they were all just about over it. One of the loose horses was the one that made the mistake and badly bought Class Conti as they make their way now down towards the biggest fence on the course, and this is the chair. 2 for Gold with a loose horse. Cocoa Beach towards the inside with Longhouse Poet as they take the chair. Longhouse Poet rises in third with Cloth Cap. Domain de Lille blunders and unseats the rider at the chair, and also Burrows Saint is out, and also towards the outside Kildesart is another who's gone at the chair. Cocoa Beach and 2 for Gold lead the National. From in third place, Longhouse Poet as they stream over the water. In fourth place is Lost in Translation, Noble Yates for Sam Whaley Cohen on the inside of Cloth Cap, Freewheeling Dylan, Santini and Sam Pro. Behind these is Fiddler on the Roof with Dingo Dollar, Iscaria 10. Any second now, Roman de Sanam, Black Lion, Topville Ben. Behind these, Poker Party still going as well. The likes of Good Boy Bobby, who's well back. Class Conti, Fortescue as well. Commodore is still going. Right towards the back, Snow Leopardess is pulling up. Snow Leopardess has been pulled up before heading out on that final circuit. So they're making their way on the front down towards Beaches for the second time. 2 for Gold, Cocoa Beach. On the outside, Lost in Translation. They're the front wave with Longhouse Poet as we're back to Mark.
So they go over the first fence on their second circuit. They will be bypassing the open ditch in 2 fences time, and it is still Cocoa Beach and 2 for Gold the first 2. Longhouse Poet then on the inside of Freewheeling Dylan, and then Sam Crow and Santini is creeping a little closer, and now they're going to have to angle right to the wide outside of this open ditch as they bypass it, and it's now 2 for Gold, who's got a lead of a length and a half over Cocoa Beach in second. Freewheeling Dylan is third on the wide outside. Lost in Translation in fourth. Longhouse Poet is in fifth. Ascaria 10 is racing in sixth. Sam Crow is in seventh. Santini is in eighth, followed then by Dingo Dollar as they go over the next and back to Ian Bartlett.
And it's still 2 for Gold, and there's green and red colours showing in front. Cocoa Beach, the grey on the left, is Lost in Translation in yellow. On the right is Longhouse Poet, a dark jacket, a red cap. Freewheeling Dylan, Iscaria 10, the next pair of runners. Roman de Senam behind those. To Sam Crow, the grey colours of Santini, the orange sleeve jacket of Noble Yates. Dingo Dollars behind this. Topville Ben comes next as they head down toward Beecher's Brook, and Cloth Cap has been pulled up before taking Beecher's, but still 2 for Gold and Cocoa Beach the leaders. To Longhouse Poet, took it just about in third position at this stage. Brahma Bull is the final one continuing as they move on towards the Foynaven fence. Lost in Translation, Freewheeling Dylan, Noble Yates right in behind the leaders. Longhouse Poet, a mistake there. Iscaria 10, Santini, Fiddler on the Roof, Roland de Senna behind these any second now, and Sam Crow. Fortescue is there. Further back behind these comes Delta Work, and then Black Line as they take the canal turn. Cocoa Beach and 2 for Gold, the leaders over it. Behind them, Lost in Translation. Then Dingo Dollar has unseated the rider. Right at the back is Brahma Bull. The last one at the moment is Mighty Thunder. Here's Mark.
So it is Longhouse Poet on the inside who comes through to lead as they crossed over Valentine's Brook to Freewheeling Dylan, and then the grey Cocoa Beach on the outside, Lost in Translation, and then Noble Yates just in behind them. 2 for Gold beginning to struggle now and being pushed along, passed by Iscaria 10 towards the outside. Santini is on the heels of that leading group, and so too is Fiddler on the Roof, and also Any Second now creeping into contention as they go over the open ditch, and it was Cocoa Beach who just had the lead as they took that. The unseated rider was Fortescue, and pulling up at the back of the field is Good Boy Bobby as they go now on towards the third from home. On the outside, Cocoa Beach the grey just had the lead over Freewheeling Dylan, and right on the inside is that's Longhouse Poet, and then back in fourth position is Noble Yates for Sam Whaley Cohen. Now they cross over the Melling Road. Iscaria 10 is racing in fifth position. Still there are plenty in with a chance, so they have just 2 more fences to take. The conclusion of the Randox Grand National with Richard Hoyles.
So we've got the about 10 in this leading bunch, and it's made up of Longhouse Poet on the inside, a freewheeling Dylan the Grey 𝙂𝙀𝙀𝙃. Great ride for Sam Whaley-Cohen on his last ride for 𝙂𝙀𝙃𝙀𝙃. Escaria 10, Santini comes next behind these, and racing towards the next is Santini, and then behind these is Fiddler on the Roof. Racing Pro amongst horses is Delta Work getting involved at any second now towards the outside as they make their journey now down towards the next fence, and they're bunching up in the National. Longhouse Poet and 𝙂𝙀𝙃𝙀. Delta Work at any second now. These quartet now begin to surge to the lead. It's 𝙂𝙀𝙃𝙀 who heads down towards the last in the National, with any second now Delta Work back in fourth place, and ridden along now is Fiddler on the Roof. Any second now, and 𝙂𝙀𝙃𝙀 land over the last in the National. 𝙂𝙀𝙃𝙀 on the far side for Sam Whaley-Cohen. Any second now for Mark Walsh. The two of them race towards the elbow. Delta Work and Santini for the places as they race inside the final 150 yards. 𝙂𝙀𝙃𝙀, Sam Whaley-Cohen on his last ride, trying to repel any second now, and he's eked out a length advantage. 𝙂𝙀𝙃𝙀's on the run to the line for the Whaley-Cohens. Any second now, Delta Work and Santini, but up towards the line. What a way to go out! Sam Whaley-Cohen and 𝙂𝙀𝙃𝙀 for Aaron Mullins won the National. Any second now, Delta Work, Santini's home in fourth. In fifth is Fiddler on the Roof. Longhouse Poet is sixth. Freewheeling Dylan is seventh. 𝙂𝙀𝙀𝙀 has finished in eighth. Then behind these, Escaria 10. Also finishing is Roman de Sanam, head of Sam Crow. Commodore has got round without his irons. Crossing the line as well, Class Conti has finished, pulled up on the run-in, lost in translation. A 50-1 farewell present for 𝙂𝙀𝙃𝙀. Mr. Sam Whaley-Cohen, the amateur rider who's excelled over these fences in the Fox Hunters for years, on his final ride has won the Grand National for his father and Emmett Mullins.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
Your seventh win over the fences. What can you say?
I can't say anything. It's a dream. I couldn't believe it. I've got to say thank yous because it's my last ever ride. To Dad, unwavering belief and love. Over 23 years, never a cross word, never nothing but a dream. It's been a love affair. To my wife, long suffering. They aren't all good days. There are bad days in this sport. She's always there to support me. I mean, that is beyond words. It's a fairy tale, it's a fantasy, and just full of love and happiness and gratefulness.
Sam, your relationship with this place is now cemented in history.
Well, being on the right horses, getting the luck, having the sun out. I do think Thomas is sitting on my back. I ride with his name in my saddle.
Thomas is your brother who died of cancer in his 20s?
Yeah. And these days are family days. And honestly, you couldn't make it up, could you?
You literally couldn't. Mate, we've loved your career. Enjoy retirement in the best possible way.
Isn't that quite extraordinary? Sam Whaley-Cohen on his retirement ride wins the Randox Grand National. A guy who's winning over these fences for a seventh time as an amateur. AP McCoy, put that into perspective.
Well, there isn't anything amateur about it, is there really? It's fairy tale stuff, you know, it's like something you'd see in a movie, isn't it? You couldn't make it up, as he said. You'd be lost for words, and he really is. It's like, it is hard to describe how he's going to be feeling to have your last ever ride and win the Grand National. You literally couldn't make it up.
We were saying, beginning of the day, we wanted a story. The Grand National has a way of providing a story. Good one to cheer everyone up on his very last ride. 6 wins over these fences, but never in the Grand National.
No, but that's an unbelievable record. The best record of any jockey riding at the moment he had coming into it. And this was exemplary. He had the inside line when he got to the elbow, and basically once he got to there, he knew where that winning post was.
And he's an amateur jockey, so essentially that means he rides for fun. Johnny has a full-time job, dental practices, I think
Doesn't
it
get
is.
the prize money.
Doesn't get the prize money. Owned by his
He
dad.
does. He does. That's his dad, Francesca. And wasn't that nice? Ted Walsh saying well done to him.
Yeah, you've got to feel for those connections of any second now. Third last year, second this year. What about the trainer? Emmett Mullins, first runner in the race.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I think they only just bought him. I think earlier on in the year, he'd had some good form, so he had. But I think Alice is going to speak to the winning owner, Robert Wiley-Cohen.
This man, Robert Wiley-Cohen, is the father of Sam, and together you've been on the most extraordinary journey. Can you believe that it's ended like this?
It's absolutely a dream come true. Sorry, I can't speak. I shouted too much. Just fabulous.
You've won the Gold Cup together. You've supported him all the way. You've invested, but he's delivered.
You can't go without the horse, but the horse can't go without the jockey. So it's a team, and thank God it's really worked. I feel like quoting Shakespeare saying, "My cup runneth over."
He works full time. He has children. How does he do this?
Dedication, hard work. He only rides about 30 races apart from point to points in the year, and his record is unspeakably good. Fabulous.
I literally, this is so unbelievable. The love and partnership. So you should be.
Fantastic.
It's just brilliant.
That is what we've dreamed about for years. Sam used to ride a rocking horse, and he was riding Auntie Dot. That's how far back it goes. Unbelievable.
You and Sam have won the Grand National, Robert. Congratulations.
Thank you. Fabulous. Fabulous.
A race all about the Wiley-Cohen family. That's Mick Malloy, who led up Noble Yates today. You can see Sam's brother Marcus with him as well. Tom will be watching down after Noble Yates won the Randox Grand National at 5-0, 50-1. We'll talk about any second now, who's run another big race in the National. Third last year, second this. Delta Work loomed as a danger, finished in third in the end at 10-1. Santini, 33-1 in fourth. Fiddler on the Roof, finished fifth at 12-1, Mick.
Just an amazing story. This shows what it means. Like, I don't know how he managed to keep it together. It's an emotional time for this family. You saw how emotional Robert Wiley-Cohen got. To have your son ride the Grand National winner on a horse you own. How unbelievable is that?
And how happy will Bella be? Sam's beautiful wife. One, he's retiring, and two, he's retiring in style on a Grand National winner.
I imagine the emotional hit Sam later. Right now, he's just elated, isn't he?
I think he's floating at the moment, it's safe to say. This is a moment he will never, ever forget. This horse is not overly big, and the magic of the Grand National lives on. A 50-1 shot wins the race.
And only a 7-year-old, and gave him the most beautiful spin round in a good position all the way up there with the front runners.
Here they come then. Noble Yates, the first 7-year-old since 1940, has won the Randox Grand National.
Unbelievable scenes here at Aintree. Noble Yates, trained by Emmett Mullins, carrying the cards of Robert Wiley-Cohen, and at final rate he's retiring after the Grand National for Sam Wiley-Cohen.
A horse that only ran over fences for the first time on October the 5th, purchased by the Wiley-Cohens, went to Cheltenham, targeted at this by the brilliant Emmett Mullins, who's won the National with his first runner in the famous race at 50-1. Same on the top right there in the orange box, and confirmation if you're on the places. But if you found the winner, fair play, 50-1. Any second now, AP has run a huge race again.
Yeah, he ran a huge race there. It didn't look like he jumped just with the same fluence as he did last year, but ran a brilliantly prepared by Ted Walsh to come here and run that well in the second National with 7 pounds more. He did really run a great race there. Emmett Mullins, the trainer, very young. I'm sure he'll get plenty of more chances to win the Grand National again. But for any second now, he ran a great race, and sadly for Ted, it wasn't to be the fairy tale for him, but it certainly was for the Wiley-Cohens.
It was an inspired decision to buy the horse. He was second in the Toy Town, wasn't he, behind Ahoy Senor, who we saw win earlier in the week. They decided to buy him off the back of that, and now look at this.
Well, many people felt that this horse was, you know, a good thing for Cheltenham. It didn't happen for him at Cheltenham, but it happened for him here. Having the inside here for Sam, you can see Mark Walsh desperate to try and get on that rail. He wasn't able to. Sam was wise to it. You know, this is a young man. He might be an amateur, but he's already on his CV. He got a Gold Cup, a King George, so he's no mug.
And these two horses trying their hearts out. Of the others, we'll see them come through. Delta Works run big. Santini's run big too, AP.
Yeah, both ran huge races. Delta Work looked like he's got snuck into the race nicely under Davy Russell. Looked like he had a chance going to the last, and then he just tired. Santini ran a great race. He definitely came back to form. So he did. So yeah, it was a pretty exciting race to watch, wasn't it?
They're just getting the photographs here. Emmett Mullins next to Sam Whaley going. Ted Walsh congratulating Emmett. Let's quickly go in. Emmett, tell me about that.
That's the man you have to ask. He knows more about it than I do.
Yeah. He's done the steering. He's just told us all about the family success, but you've done the training.
Yeah, look, it was a long-term plan, and it seems to have come off in the end somehow. I don't know how. We were probably more confident a month ago, but closer we got to it, everyone else seemed to be talking up their chances, and we just went cold, but the horse never knew any different.
What made you confident a month ago?
Our form behind the High St. You're a Grade 1 winner yesterday. It's frank that was a great run in Wetherby, and yeah, the form was there.
Amazing scenes. Let's have a look at Sam here and Robert as well. Robert, just finally, it's what we said beforehand, this is what dreams are made of.
It is what dreams are made of, and it is absolutely make your cup run it over. I mean, this is it. And you sort of think, last ride ever, 40 years old next Friday, and won so many great races. We've had such fun.
And the whole story mixed with joy and tragedy.
Well, joy and sadness, not tragedy, but just sadness. But that it's all coming to an end. And the horse is only 7 and a novice. So he could be here for a good many years yet. But not with Sam on board.
With that sadness, we should point out that owning these horses and running them was to bring the family together. What will you do now?
Repeat, but not with Sam on board. So I had horses between my retiring and his starting, and I shall have them again.
Well, they say the Grand National always throws up a story. This is an absolute classic one. Well done.
An amazing story. And Sam's been dreaming of winning this ever since he used to ride Auntie Dot on his rocking horse, was trained by John Webber when he was a little kid. So this really is a fulfilment of a lifelong dream.
Well done.
Thank you.
Mick Malloy, I'm told, who led him up today, is a real character in his own right. We might hear from him later. The winning groom will get a prize as well. An amateur. It was interesting there that Marcus Armitage was listening in, and his job was a racing writer. He was the last amateur to win in 1990 on Mr. Frisk. And Sam's has had a dental practice. He's employed 3,500 people. He's a very successful businessman in his own right. Clever boy. He's been a trustee for the Injured Jockeys Fund too.
He's an amazing fella. He really is. A really nice guy. And like he used to come and see me because he wanted to be better. But I think it's fairly safe to say that his record over the Grand National fences is an awful lot better than mine. But this is amazing shots here. And like a young man, I can remember going to France to ride a horse of theirs, and young Thomas, who they spoke about, who died when he was very young. He's very much in their hearts still, and this will be something that will be dedicated to him, I'm sure.
Yeah, lovely for Sam to have his kids here, his wife Bella's here as well. If you had the 6th and the 7th, incidentally, bookmakers paying up to 7th place. Longhouse Poet finished in 6th. Freewheeling Dylan was in 7th place.